I'm going to tell you a little bit about flipping and pitching today. To get started, you need a good rod and reel. This is a Quantum. It's my signature series flipping stick. They let us make them the way we wanted them a couple of years ago, and so I have the perfect flipping stick for what I like to do. Mine is a 7.5 foot heavy action rod. You want to be able to move those fish out of real heavy cover, so it's a really heavy, really stiff rod. And I'm going to fish it over in that willow tree or in the bushes. When one bites it, I want to be able to hit him and get him out of the bush. A 5-pounder will come out. A 7-8-pounder, you'll have to wrestle him around and get him out. A little bitty fish will fly over the boat. So you get you a good heavy action rod. And that was a This is an Energy burner reel. It's a 7-to-1 gear ratio. And what you want when you're flipping and pitching is you're fishing the bait over in the bush, then you want to hurry up and get it back. That's where the 7-to-1 comes into play. You want to make another pitch, and that way you get a lot more pitches during the day. On the setup on the reel, I turn my magnetics all the way off. I want that reel to be fast and free, so I want it to fall as quickly as I can. I'll take the cast control, back it off until I start feeling slack in the spool, and then I'll tighten it up. And that makes that reel as fast and free as you can get it. So on the drag part of the reel, I fish with the drag cranked all the way down tight as you can get it. I'm using 25-pound fluorocarbon shooter. It's made by Sunline, an excellent line. It's real abrasive resistant. You always need to flip with 25-pound line or 30. 20-pound line works good, but you'll get it broke. So always flip with 25-pound line. Flipping and pitching is a game of watching your line. So when that bait's over there in the bush, you want to have a line that you can see. This is clear, but you can still see it. So always get a line that you can also see. When you're flipping and pitching, there's a lot of different baits that you can use. One of my favorite is a jig with a crawl trailer, a crawl by itself, a sweet beaver. There's several different baits. You want a small compact bait so you can flip it in the heavy cover and get it in and out with ease. And then you just let the fish tell you which one they want, the jig, the beaver, the crawdad by itself. The difference between flipping and pitching, flipping is almost obsolete now. This is what I do to get started. I let my bait down to the water, I hold my rod all the way up, I'm gonna let the line run across my fingers. And that's about as much line as you can handle. And you want to bring the bait in, sling it low to the water, and drop it in there. But the problem with flipping is, as you can see, I'm close to these bushes right now, and I cannot reach that bush. I'm a little bit short. And that's the shortfalls of flipping. The best thing is pitching. And when you're pitching, an easy way to teach you or show you how is hold the bait in your hand, anywhere from right in here to the reel. You do not want to get it down here past the reel. It makes it a lot harder. So anywhere from the reel forward right in this area, and I just want you to open your hand and let it swing. And when you're doing that, you're putting the swing on it that you need, and then bring the rod tip up. And you can see, you can pitch it right over there, and it's just a great technique. But the good thing about it is, once you get the swing on it, you don't have to put it in your hand. You just reel it up out of the water, you bring it up, and then make your pitch. And the good thing about it is, I can pitch from here to there, I can pitch 40 feet, 60 feet, I can pitch. There's lots of range that you can do when you're pitching. So that's why pitching is a much better technique than the old style of flipping. When you're doing the flipping or pitching, one thing you want to do is make the bait enter the water without a splash. You're dropping it right in the bush, right in the heavy cover, right on the fish. So you want to make it with a splashless entry. And the way you do that is when you pitch it out there, you want to stop it, lift up on the rod tip, and make that bait go in the water like a little diver. You want it to go out there and right across the top of the water, drop straight down, just like a little diver would. So you want the bait to go out and come up and go straight in the water. Instead of throwing it in there like this, you're throwing it in there and make a big splash, just letting it hit the water and spooking the fish. The best thing is to sit here, pitch it out there, and stop it and let it go in the water and make very little splash. And that'll help you catch more fish. I always use, it's a 4/0 BMF hook. I use a 5/16 worm weight, true tungsten. I use a bobber stopper. And what I want to do is I want to put the bobber stopper on first, which is right here. You put it on, slide it up your line, put the weight on, and then slide them down against the hook or against the top of the bait. You want the weight to stay with the bait. When you're flipping in heavy cover, you don't want this to happen, where you have your weight over here and your bait over here. So always peg your bait. The best way to peg it is a bobber stopper. Pull it down against the weight, and then everything's together and compact. On the baits, when you pitch them out there, reel them back real quick, and that crawdad, if it's rigged properly, will come back through the water just like that. Same thing with your beavers. They'll come back. If they're rolling over, then you have the hook off-centered a little bit, and that'll cause line twist. So just make sure it's hooked in the center, it comes back straight, and you'll be in good shape.